Okay, Airsoft, we got a little bit of a mess today. We have taken apart a Stoner 96. I believe it's a Classic Armory, not the Aries, but I'm not positive. But it is a Stoner 96. Everything has been removed. If you want to see how to do that, there's other videos online. This is the gearbox, and we are replacing it with a good old Wolverine SMP HPA engine. And that just goes right in here, right? So what we need to work out today is the FCU and the trigger function and everything. So we already know that this works. This is the piece that you have to keep if you're going to do it this way. This is the micro switch. So it mounts right here with some screws. And then every time you pull the trigger, you can see it clicks this button right here. Okay, so Wolverine makes a couple kits for it. I am going to use this premium FCU. So the old version, this is the old version FCU, and it came down, this is with the battery power, and then it would have to go to a auxiliary kind of trigger board, which you could jumper the section here to keep it in full auto, and then that had to go, some of them went to the micro switch, and then the other end went to the back of the engine, but this was all fried, messed up. So like I said, we got the new FCU, and then we have this new cable here. This is the cable that they sell for the M249 setup. So this goes to the FCU outside the front of the gun usually. Then these are supposed to plug into the micro switch. And I haven't decided if I'm going to cut them off and just solder the wire on there, or because there's not enough room right here. If you look, once they're plugged in, so I could bend them up at like a 90. So I might try that first and just see how it goes, and then stick them on. And then this one goes to the back of the engine to power it. So it gets rid of the little mid board. You don't need that anymore. And then the full auto or burst is all right here, and you can change it. There's instructions online of how to do that. Okay, now this mounts here, this goes out the handle, this is going to go through there, and then this has to mount right here. Okay, I have changed my mind. I am going to route this different. So I've opened it back up. While I was in there, I changed all of the O-rings in the engine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run the cable and the FCU out the back of the replica. I noticed that my replica came with the stock adapter, this for putting in normal stock. So I'm gonna keep the normal stock on there, but cut the back off of it. I might try the an on-off switch back there, or if anything, just cut it off so that I can reach the battery and the FCU from the stock tube or the buffer tube. Okay, I think that I would like that better. The little fake PEC box like this, these are cool and everything, like 10 bucks, $8 to $10 with shipping, depending on the top you get, but I just didn't like it being in the way of my hand or up there on the top. So I'm going to try out the buffer tube one. And also that's a lot easier to route. You don't have to go through there and pinch it and everything. It just can go right here underneath this and go right out the freaking back. It just goes right out there, and that's it. So I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I guess just because that's not how I had seen it done before and how it was set up when I got it. But I think that's going to be the superior method for us. So that's what I'm going to do here. I got to put this guy back in since we got him all cleaned up. There we go. And this reaches very easily. Okay. The main thing was just here again, but as long as we get out of the way of those screws, there we go. Keep it underneath the airline there. And then right out the back, easy peasy. Okay, as you can see, it's just coming right out the back there. Okay, now to put the plate back on, the adapter. That worked out pretty well. Okay, so at this point, all I need is a buffer tube that can be accessed from the back. So either I'll find one I already have, or I'll cut the back off of the one that came with this. And then I'm gonna look into maybe the one from Jolly Airsoft to see if I can get one of those over here and try it out, where there's an on and off switch on the back of the buffer tube. I'm gonna have to look at that. All right, we'll see how it goes.